Laithangbam warned to book scaremongers on COVID-19 vaccines under National Disaster Management Act. Manipur reports 585 new COVID-19 cases out of 4,587 samples and 8 deaths in the 24 hours. Death toll reaches 1,093. India logs 54,069 new COVID-19 cases, 68,885 recoveries and 1,321 deaths in the last 24 hours. Recovery rate touches 96.61%. And Chief Minister Laithangbam flags off vehicles carrying quality planting materials, seeds and sprinkler sets. Chief Minister says food production is equally important as fighting pandemic. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm Laithangbam Monika with the latest news updates. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your mask properly and maintain a safe distance. Now the news in details. Chief Minister Laithangbam has warned that government will book those who spread rumors about COVID-19 vaccines under National Disaster Management Act. Speaking at the distribution of free educational items to selected government school students at Babupara today, Chief Minister Laithangbam expressed disappointment that unverified news about assumed side effects of COVID-19 vaccines has created fear psychosis among the general public, which eventually leads to a drop in the COVID vaccination rate in the state. The Chief Minister assured that vaccination is the only means to protect oneself from COVID-19. He expressed disappointment that some miscreants and media houses are publishing news on the adverse impacts of COVID-19 vaccines and the government's relentless efforts to raise the vaccination rate and curb the pandemic. He warned that FIR will be filed against those media houses publishing such rumors.
America की vaccine दुना करी तो बुनो दुगे मरी लेने दे India की vaccine ना मनी अदो America की पाव दु फोंगा Sida lit ka karga America the vaccine ka pada mi adu chuma heart adu tawre ye na tawga phome madu fear psychosis ma general public to create away adu gi media adu ai waru ganu sidi aruba tangkarne hida ka po na yana jingai marak sida hida ka to na mu paw sandok ko kangbu du di madu aphaba minate media words madu ai excuse so adu madu gi paw du kaya myam na authenticate oi bano koi de bano ai sumpho adu ga media adu gi matak tai FIR case to bana National Disaster Management Maram ni mayam da koi na sonna hida kapi ona pi dangai laur ko khonari ka pa thorok poi thorok ta panic kai guma ma lai ngai mar sira mu adum paw na lead kar phongjule paw ma phong ma dam da at least madugi authority kana no se kamai do bro si phong ba abra phang ba ya bro sin public ta kari chaka da salo dige please politics so sugum ba ro ma dam da to bunu mi me ki live and dead ki sugum ba yam na chi ra ba tanja se da sarkar se ding so yo any issue da mi me ki human life ka mari le na ba Sibna to the Sangbagi, so good, but Tanjasida, Karium Kathina Vita to Togunu maybe. So please, it is my earnest appeal.
Chief Minister Laithangbam has declared that School Fagadhansi mission was launched with an aim to enhance human resources in the state. Stating that good education is the backbone of a developed society, the Chief Minister has assured that 60 selected schools, one each in all the 60 assembly constituencies of the state, will be revamped under the second phase of School Fagadhansi mission after the successful completion of the first phase. Chief Minister Laithangbam was speaking at the distribution of 2 pairs each of school uniforms, sports kits, projectors, other educational and midday meal items for free to students of class 1 to 8 and authorities of selected government schools in the hills and valley regions of Manipur today. State Education Department organized the event under Samagra Shiksha Manipur at Samagra Shiksha Manipur office in Babupara today. Biren stressed the need to provide the quality of education imparted to children as they are the future pillars of the society. He assured that necessary teachers and infrastructure will be provided to government schools under the mission, which was launched with the sole aim to bring quality education and harness the potential of human resources in Manipur. The Chief Minister added that the present government believes in carrying out actual works and not mere lip service.
Education is the backbone of the societies. Abhava society is Abhava education is mangal from the Abhava education is mangal from the Abhava school Drakarli. Abhava school number one of the Abhava was at the Karli. Abhava was Adugi Magi activities Magi performance good and one of the Abhava equipments the Karli, Masak Drakarli. And Highway say, midtown of one of the Quina, school Fagana Jeva mission say, Wakal the Lakama the Haurakanda, school 61, Anbagi, Saida, Tawini, Ayamal Shandana, Sanga. Sangaga the Wakaswali, Anu one that Sahi school another 60 Mangatorkanda all over the state 120 school of select Orkanda, Pakapaholi, Quipai Pugi, Equi Pauruda, Angan living Tadabi Kangi Hayden, Angan Sipping at the Siamatuta, Aduna Nequena, school Paganaji mission, the school Kudimata pre nursery the joint owners. It was in Toybakiron Boto, Angan singing pre nursery projector, any one of the Kapakanda, the sing and Orakanda was Aduna Sanga. Magi tanging mamong to we have and sophisticated way. The highway may say school to the Fangalaga, starter sing to the Fangalaga was asking to Ramadi with technique, Tapi Rakanda, Apamoida, innovative ideas, creative Oiba, Wakal Gasilaka. Again, by men of a creator.
Speaking at the event, Chief Minister Laithangbam Biren stated that the government is working tirelessly to bring development despite the pandemic. He said repair of Imphal-Ziribam National Highway is gaining momentum and that the Union of Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Nitin Gadkari, will come and inaugurate the Makru Bridge on the highway in the near future. He also claimed that the government's war on drugs mission is on the successful path as many poppy cultivators have volunteered to opt for alternative livelihood. The Chief Minister assured that local bodies will be taken into consideration to decide what crops are to be cultivated in the poppy fields. He maintained that Manipur is witnessing harmony and development under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Development ki matangda, law and order ki matangda, aduga scheme paikali implementation ki matangda, advance with the support of the peoples. Prajari support yam phajnali chi government. Corona kamai thenai. Sathi garba corona. Manipur gumba corona chi yam sathi na sopo ya ba keno. Adia khoi chi mi siti ba khoi kangbu chi. Kaida uno da hera he chi yam tongi ba khoi chi. Adu somehow ai khoi mayam ai khoi government na appeal to the maintain to bi ga ya bi dagi. Khoi yam sathi na sopo ya ba le be ndo di yog da nei khoi. Manage sor ga thami. Corona virus ki landmark se khoi makru thong sanga ga dore tarik ani crore Lising Ohumuki and over project Amasu, launched on Wadori, Honorable Union Minister Nitin Gadkari Lakadori, Mangwin, Chop, we were saying Jiri, Palziri Lambi, Maru, Orikabase, RCC Tom has a woman's happy. Hunmanateko, Adom de Quisatre, a Quigidi, Quayatopa and Tiwala, Hunbasu Satratomi, Quigita, with the Bitokshakwe, Adom the illness here, Adom the illness.
Taking part in the event, Education Minister Laithangbam Rajan said enrollment rate in government schools has increased owing to the success of the Chief Minister Laithangbam Biren's dream project, School Fagat Hanse Mission, under which 60 selected schools of 60 assembly constituencies were renovated during the first phase. He said that the second phase of the mission was launched after witnessing the success of the first phase. The Education Minister disclosed that Education Department has already sent proposals to improve the infrastructure of some selected schools and appealed for public cooperation in making the mission a success.
Ningthidana building matikchana leitaba infrastructure phattaba mayamduna maram orakanda aikoi private school da ayamba chhatra singchi ming chalure adubu senthok leitaba resource leitaba mama mapa singi macha singdo matam khara private school da thar urakanda private school gi kharsa hunba ngamdabadagi drop out chhatra gi masing hengale aduna aikoi honorable chief minister na 2019 dagi school phagalanji mission pangthokpada koi drop out chhatra 1200 something aikoi adugumba ming sangre naunamo adugum koi da lari piba uniform piba koi tawgre school phagalanji gi khidang semakpada enrollment gi resource asukri matik wangabanina aikoi na propose tawjari ba school sing se enrollment gi chhatra gi benoda yegbidana aikoi khanbi hoina request kanna tawbada moisu jari ge aikoi gi wafam si khanna ge haidana koi kanna haire aduna tang kun ga nipanda aikoi PAB gi Manipur gi tabani adugi matung da soidana make aikoi gi sauna aikoi soidana maki tawlakani haiba gi thajabadu thamme.
Laithangbam MLA Khumukcham Joy Kisan has claimed that there is a huge gap in communication between the relevant deputy commissioners and COVID-19 enforcement committees set up in each constituencies under Chief Minister Laithangbam Biraine's initiative to ensure smooth COVID vaccination of those 18 years and above. He says some officials are adopting hard and fast rule during the COVID-19 vaccination program, hindering the program itself. The Congress MLA stressed on the need to prevent inmates of COVID care center and residents of containment zones from stepping out in order to contain the spread of the virus and appeal to provide the containment residents necessary relief items.
Food delivery service She government online delivery delivery boy negative certificate food delivery food delivery service center SOP supply delivery boy Jackson curfew lay country Loraga, impulse city, Garishin Sapasum, Sapama, Masima, Honorable Chief Minister, Jerry Masima, I put them Anna, Eki, Madonna Nagari, Madame Salan Vidaba, Atu Toragati, now, Haramahena Tehena, we can
MLA Khumukcham Joy Kisan also expressed worry that mortality of non-COVID patients are also rising amid the pandemic. He appealed to hospitals in the state to provide proper treatment of non-COVID patients and urged the government to look into the matter. The MLA also stressed the need for those operating online food delivery to hold COVID-19 negative certificates. He said despite the imposition of corona curfew in the states, there is a rise in traffic congestion owing to rise in delivery services. He also appealed to the relevant authorities to issue vaccination certificates on time as people, especially students, are facing inconvenience with regards to admissions and travels.
Honorable Chief Minister, I must be hostile with Tukuna Parani and now Kanabaki official in a year ago, hostile the whole highway. And a hostile was able to repeat now, hostile in a soup, and now like me, if you don't see here ago, Lotion Vilama Honama, Yamna, straight apart and fast food of the Na, the Vidaba, even Nakuna, Kanabana, and you see you are Asia. Kashinata will look to me, I said that's later, and now Adana Masima, Hosta, administration, Sinatu, Karamasi, and you. Who's it? COVID key, the Kanana, the Regas, non COVID analysis, share the drive of Homse, she was young, and Rakali, and non COVID patient in
Manipur reported unbelievable 4,083 COVID recovered cases in the last 24 hours, rising the total recovered cases to 59,995. State reported 585 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 4,587 samples tested in the last 24 hours. Manipur's COVID positivity rate on June 25 stands at 12.75%. As per State Health Department on COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 66,756, out of which active cases are 5,668. 8 COVID patients died in the last 24 hours, rising the death toll to 1,093. All the necessary medical precautionary measures like containment and contact tracing are in place. Kaching District Police today raised door-to-door COVID vaccination awareness at Tokpaching, Sarikkonjin and Nomai Khong of Laithangbam Assembly Constituency. Awareness drive was led by additional SP Law and Order Joyraj Yumnam under the supervision of Kaching SP Victoria Yengkhom, along with volunteers of COVID task forces and local clubs of the 3 villages. District Health Society Kaching, under the initiative of Laithangbam MLA, is holding mass vaccination drive for the residents of the 3 villages from June 28 onwards. Famed Manipuri comedian Joseph Thokchom has encouraged people not to give up amidst the tough times of COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking to Impact News, Joseph reminded that the pandemic has taken the lives of many renowned artists and personalities. He appealed to strictly abide by COVID-19 appropriate behaviors.
Joseph Thokchomna Mayambu Puning Thawai Apumba Yauna Ikai Kumnabu Chogolona Miyambu Kuramjari COVID-19 Asina Koi artist in the Sukematic Choba Chetiangama P Yamrakta Toktuna Seva Toba Sumang de la Chalamba Cinema Namamba Punama Leptuna Vasidi Yumda Lady Adubu Isinau Akoi artisting Puning Yam Kana Hantagumsi Baramdi Akoi Karabu Pari Akoi Nataba Nomagi Suraga Rasi Pangapaduna Hauzik Later Chagadava, Imaindo Sing Chinau, Kayama lady, Aduna, Ekoi, Ungyam Kanantagumsi, Ekoi, COVID-19 Digi, my Tiva Pin and Navagidamakta, Ekoi Kana Tawayan, Honaminasi, Lenga Nasi Honabi Rivasi, Lenga Kusiam Tagache, Aduga, Frontline Chinau Sing, Police Personnel Sing, Mokoida Solena, Lachadasi, Tungabaya Rivani Adu, Mokoina Losin Nuna later, Duna, Ekoi Mayam, Bukada, the Shoki, the Gay Hadanga Pishan Biriba, Police Personnel Sinau Sing Busungam Kelly Tagache, Loina, Health Worker Sing, Doctor, Nursing, Tawayauna Honabiri, Mashida, Tagapa Pungukchari, Ekoi, Ashida Yamkana, Mangje, Haidana, Kania, Oidribusikari, no Hakanda, Aquanum, Tungzagado University, Ekoi, Shihodana, Equina Hingabadi, Na, the Yaktana, Aquina Sidana, Lehorabadi, Ekoi Tongzare. Maramaduna, COVID-19, as my Chiva Pin and Abagi the Makta, Aikana, Aiki Imu Kanga, Mashi Honaraga Ya, Davanina, Ekoi Punna, Kusam Minare, Haraga, Lenga, Pidi, Piecing a say, Amuka Hanna, Sexina, Nagna, Chatminarasi, hand sanitizer, season a sea, Kutsa Sapona saying the Chamsi, Satoko Matamda, face marks, Akoi Sweden Upsi, Miyamaga Magagi, Barakta, Fitaruki, distance Tamduna, Ekoi COVID-19 the Ginga Tominana Bohona Minarasi, Ekoi Chexili Vasidagi, Amohena, section Minana Gidamakta, Miambo, Kuramjari, Ekoi Tangaba, artist Kayama, COVID-19 Sina, Maramwaraga, Laikidre. Shumahana, like the Basida Puniam Soy, Hozu, Zigmaxway, now Surmango, no Fadegi, Mahagasi, Shorat, Loidari, Aduna, Atanga, artist Kayamas, when a Chatkibase, Yam Nuajade, artist in the Natana, Tangatang Mui, Mayama COVID-19 Sina, Loishilali, Aduna, Mashidegi, Kanana Makta, Ekoi, sexually Vasidegi, Hena, Tawayauna, Amukhana, section Minasi, Hirisi, Amjaraga Miambo, Mohana, Joseph Nakurimjari.
Mother's Care Children Hospital and Research Center has reported its second case of MIS-C, Multi-System Inflammatory Syndrome, in children in Manipur. An 8-year-old boy was admitted in the hospital with 5 days of fever and diarrhea, red eyes, red lips and tongue. The hospital says that the boy was confirmed for MISC in laboratory test, ruling out other infections. Press release from the hospital said early intervention saved the boy from the usual complications such as shock, cardiac and other multi-organ involvement. He was discharged well on day 5 of fully recovered. It may be mentioned that the first case encountered by the hospital was more severe. Doctors at the hospital said early diagnosis and intervention are the key to good outcome and every parent should be on the alert, adding that the index of suspicion should be higher, especially if a child had COVID-19 infection 2 to 6 weeks prior. MISC can occur in children having no proven COVID-19 infection, as child could be having asymptomatic infection. H360 Pictures, in association with Directorate of Health Services, Government of Manipur, will organize COVID vaccination drive exclusively for Film Fraternity of Manipur, 10:30 a.m. onwards on June 27. The vaccination program will be held at Pishumthong Oinam Laikai, Lairembi Lampak. The organizer has appealed to Film Fraternity of Manipur to take part in the vaccination program. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. Keep watching Impact News.
You are watching Impact TV, engaging, empowering and impacting lives.
Welcome back. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. India has reported a total of 51,667 new COVID-19 confirmed cases during the last 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, country's COVID total tally stands at 3,134,445, out of which 6,12,868 are active cases. India reported 64,527 recoveries in the past 24 hours, rising the total recovered cases in the country to 2,91,28,267. India's recovery rate stands at 96.66%. While death toll has reached 3,93,310 with the addition of 1,329 new COVID-19 fatalities. Over 30 crore 79 lakh people have been vaccinated against COVID-19 in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 18 crore 8 lakh 61,000 people, above 39 lakh 18,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 16 crore 54 lakh 96,000. USA has the highest active cases of above 49 lakh 74,000 in the world. Protection and Preservation Committee Manipur has appealed to politicians not to take elections more important than containing coronavirus pandemic. Press release from PPCM appealed to those concerned not to hold any gatherings and to ensure that all the eligible people are vaccinated against COVID-19 by July. Chief Minister Laithangbam today flagged off vehicles carrying quality planting materials, seeds and sprinkler sets which are to be distributed to registered farmers from Horticulture and Soil Conservation Department, Government of Manipur in Sanjenthong. The planting materials and seeds will go directly to 50 farmer producer companies, where those carrying sprinkler sets will go through the district offices to be distributed as part of the component of the micro irrigation scheme, which is an end-to-end solution at the level. The planting materials and seeds are distributed under Phase 3 of Mission Organic Value Chain Development of Northeastern Region Manipur, while sprinkler sets are being distributed under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchayi Yojana, Horticulture, Manipur. Addressing the gathering, Chief Minister Laithangbam stated that timely arrangement and distribution of materials required for farming and agriculture are equally important while fighting the COVID-19 pandemic to ensure adequate food production in the coming year. He also expressed happiness on learning that 268 hectares of land where poppy plantation was widely done earlier will be replaced by other suitable plants for which seeds are distributed today, and termed it a big achievement of the state government's War on Drugs campaign. He also informed that a mass plantation program will be held in Churachandpur district on June 30 in coordination with various civil society organizations of the district. Certain areas where poppy plantation was carried out earlier are now cleared by district administration and volunteers for alternative plantation. He also appreciated the CSOs and public for supporting the government's effort to root out poppy plantation. The Chief Minister asked relevant officials to go on field visits in continuation of the Go to Village and Go to Hills mission and regularly update the work carried out by them. Agriculture Minister Oinam Lukhoi, Additional Chief Secretary Horticulture and Soil Conservation P. Vaipai, Commissioner Agriculture M. Joy and Project Director Moma K. Devdatta Sarma were present at the event.
And after district Yaurkanda, district officers in Agri horticulture officers or deputy commissioner consent in foreign policy Yorga other field and talk or field the tabado, poppy plantation against the work of poppy plantation, Hara and so forth in the Makal Makaka incentive and the priority advantage. 268 hectares Saurbanamni, Hana Poppy Tharam, Samaj Bull, Apuduga, generation to Manganba, Adagumba, and the Fatabaduma Poppy, drugs Tharam Badugumba, 260 above hectares, holding a Sigi, Uriba plants replaced.
District Agriculture Office Churachandpur today distributed high-yielding variety paddy seeds known as RCM12 to farmers in the district. DAO Churachandpur M. Ginzalian distributed the seeds at subsidized rates at the office located at Tuibong. More than 600 farmers have been registered and the office has issued farmers' identity cards to them. Paddy seeds were given only to the farmers holding the identity card to prevent fraudulence. The department also distributed hybrid seeds of maize to the farmers at subsidized rates with a fixed quantity per farmer according to the size of the paddy field. Left parties of Manipur staged protest demonstration against hike of prices of petrol and diesel in solidarity to Left Front of India today. CPI Korai Council members carried out protests along the Imphal Ukhrul in Korai chanting various slogans. RTI activist Laithangbam Kumar has written to CAF and PD Minister, Commissioner and Director to fill up the vacant posts of President and members of Manipur State Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission and District Consumer Disputes Redressal Commissions of all the districts of Manipur, including Imphal East and West, Bishnupur and Thoubal districts without further delay. Press release from the activist said that even though Consumer Protection Act 2019 has been already implemented in the state, people are still deprived of various benefits under the act due to the inefficiency of the redressal commissions. Police team led by Imphal Police Station OC Ngocha and Patsoi Police OC today rescued a minor girl who was kidnapped on June 23 afternoon. She was rescued from a house located at Konthauzam, Mamanglikay. Police also arrested 4 accused involved in the kidnapping. House owners sheltering and concealing the girl and the other accused persons were arrested from their respective residences. Their mobile handsets were seized for further investigation. The rescue girl was produced and examined by the forensic doctor at RIMS Hospital. Arrested accused persons were produced before CJM Imphal West. They have been remanded into 5 days of police custody. A team of Imphal West District Police Commando Unit led by Sub-Inspector S. Birla arrested a man in possession of huge sachet of Indian-made foreign liquor and beer bottles this morning around 11:30. Arrested man is 42-year-old Laithangbam Somendro Maitei, son of late T.H. Mangle Maitei from Tera Tongbram Likai. 48 bottles of AC Black 180 ml, 3 bottles of Carlo Rossi 750 ml, 2 bottles of 100 Pipers 750 ml, 24 bottles of Royal Stag 375 ml, 47 bottles of Corona Extra 355 ml, 72 cans each of Tuborg 5 ml, 500 ml and Kingfisher 500 ml were recovered from his residence. The detainee along with the recovered articles have been handed over to the Excise Department Lumphil for necessary action. Feud over the reported threatening of minors with a licensed gun on June 18 at Kurai Ningthaubong Laikai continues even today. Victim family has refuted the recent clarification on the incident by the wife of the licensed gun holder, who is also the brother of the VDF personnel who have been accused of abusing the gun. In a video release, alleged victim family member Yumnam Saya said, "Why Ibomcha's wife, why Premila's claim that her husband fired a blank shot to defend himself upon being attacked and not by his VDF brother, why Naubi alias Penau is false." Saya said everyone is a witness that VDF personnel why Naubi abused his brother's licensed gun. She appealed to the relevant authorities to take necessary action at the earliest.
Nahan tam kuni thoida yungkhai be Ibomchagi loine bi yungkhai Premilana phongdoki ba wafam adu yumpham yaudaba wafam ni thaudo adu ko hakthengna wohoba laikai miyamna sakhini amadi laikai miyam bu usitabani maram aduna yungkhai Premila amadi makhoida aranba bu support tawriba miyoi sing aduna laiba miyam da sindor pirakadabani nahan tam kuni thoida.
Bharatiya Dalit Sahitya Academy, New Delhi will honor Pride of India Young Star Award 2021 to Panjobam Lanajit of Kaisamthong Longjam Lairak. It may be recalled that Panjobam Lanajit had begged Dr. B.R. Ambedkar National Award 2021. He is the producer of Celine Digital and our media advisor. Khelwa Executive Member, Media Advisor of All Manipur Kidney Transplant Patients Welfare Association and Secretary of Aiba Singilob ASL. The award ceremony will be held at Rajendra Bhavan in New Delhi on July 12 on the occasion of the 35th Rashtriya Samarpan Bijoy Divas. BJP is making all-out efforts to strengthen its football in Kaching Assembly constituency. BJP Manipur Pradesh General Secretary Organization Abhay Giri and BJP workers held a party meeting at Kaching. MLA M. Rameshwar's residence at Kaching Makhalo, Irum Ningtho Pareng today. BJP Manipur Pradesh Vice President and Nimbus, MDS Chairman, BJP Manipur Pradesh Spokesperson M. Ashni Kumar, members of party mandals under BJP Kaching District and Mocha members took part in the meeting. Attendees discussed about the current undertakings of the party and future agenda to strengthen the party's foothold in the constituency. BJP Bishnupur District Secretary Sanasam Prem Chandra held a political meeting at Bamol Mandap in Bamol Laikai, Wangu Terakhong today. He also gained some supporters and inspected the then ongoing constitution of a pone in the village. Now the sports news. Olympic Day run was celebrated across the world from June 17 till today. The event is organized annually under the aegis of International Olympic Committee since 1987. A special report.
Olympic Games asi hena phajaba mawung amada pangthoknaba hotnarambasinggi marakta ama oina 1863 ki January amada France ta pokhiba Byron Perry di Coubertin na mangjal thaduna lokhiba singthaningai oiba thongdang sing aduna maram oiraga 1894 ki June kulumdoida ahanbo ina International Olympic Committee asi Paris ta semki Malem Pumbra Sinthan Nirbami Sina 1937 September 8 Lekhedramatung Sahitarama Tugitungda 9 Olympic Committee the Yauriba Austria, Belgium, Canada, Great Britain, Greece, Portugal, Switzerland, Uruguay Amadi Venezuela Mute Singna 1948 ki January Thada Switzerland ki Saint Moritz the Bangtokhiba International Olympic Council gi Nipuga Nitoi Subam Mipam Aduna Jun Kurumdoi Asi International Olympic Committee gi Han Mampok Numit ni Haiba Warep Asilauki Father of the modern Olympic Games Harga Miyamna Sakangariba Perry di Coubertin na Sinduna Games Asigidamak Loramba Thaudang Kaya Sing Adu Malem gi Miyamna Matampumada Nising Dunatale Hungunaba International Olympic Committee na 1987 gi Dun Kulumdoida Ahanba Oina Laibak Nipumwana Saruk Yadana Olympic Day ran yi Thoramasi Bangthokpa Hoki 1984 gi hongna London asige lehaudagi hockey masanada nupa sanaroi manga nupi sanaroi ani boxing dana nupa sanaroi ahum nupi sanaroi amma weightlifting masanada nupi sanaroi mari judo masanada su nupi sanaroi ahum loinana archery masanada nupi sanaroi ama yaungna punna Olympian tramapan ngasi phawada puthokuna lakli Makatana, Nauriba Sanuri Kayana, Tongan Tongan Masana Chingda, Toy Haksang Yauna Sanabishing Ashideki, Nona Olympic Games Sashida, Sarukia Hanabigidambak, Asan Maming Amagalunana, Manipur, Olympic Association Amadi, Tongan Tongan by Sport Association Kayana, Hanblit and the Foreign Bashida, Manipuri Lengak Amadi, Lamdamashita Puna Kunda Laitadu Leminariba, Nuikan Putimagna, Agam Angamba, Mateng Pangsilasi, effective news in Pagidambak Pogdom Jeriba, cameraman, Vishwajit Namayapam Amadi, video journalist. M. Tarun Kumar.
Scheduled league matches of the ongoing 47th Copa America football tournament are going on full swing. Brazil is hosting the tournament since June 14. Altogether, 10 teams subdivided into 2 teams are competing in the league matches of the tournament held under the aegis of the South American Football Confederation. In the 17th league match of the tournament, played at 2:30 a.m. today at Brazil's Arena Pantanal, Uruguay defeated Bolivia 2-0. For the winners, Jairo Quinteros and Edinson Cavani netted 1 goal each on the 40th and 79th minute of the match, while in the 18th league match played at 5:30 in the morning today at Brazil's main Garrincha Stadium, Paraguay defeated Chile 2-0. For the winners, Brian and Miguel Almiró scored 1 goal each at the 33rd and 58th minutes of the match. In the Euro Cup football, the matches of group stage has been completed with 16 teams progressing to the pre-quarterfinal stage or round 16. On the last day of the group stage yesterday, France and Germany and Portugal qualified for round 16 of Group F, while Hungary was eliminated. Defending champions Portugal finished third on the table, qualifying as one of the best third-placed teams. While Germany managed to edge their way into the knockout stages after a late 2-2 draw to Hungary, France competed to a 2-2 draw with Portugal in dramatic evening action. The teams which have made it to round 16 are Wales, Denmark, Italy, Austria, Netherlands, Czech Republic, Belgium, Portugal, Croatia, Spain, France, Switzerland, England, Germany, Sweden and Ukraine. The round 16 matches will begin tomorrow with Wales taking on Denmark in the knockout phase of Euro Cup 2020. There will be 2 matches on Sunday with Italy pitched against Austria and Netherlands pitted against the Czech Republic. Before we end, a quick look at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Laithangbam warns to book scaremongers on COVID-19 vaccines under National Disaster Management Act. Manipur reports 585 new COVID-19 cases out of 4,587 samples and 8 deaths in the last 24 hours. The death toll reaches 1,093. India logs 54,069 new COVID-19 cases, 68,885 recoveries and 1,321 deaths in the last 24 hours. Recovery rate touches 96.61%. And Chief Minister Laithangbam flags off vehicle carrying quality planting materials, seeds and sprinkler sets. Chief Minister says food production is equally important as fighting pandemic. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. For more news, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. You have a great evening and stay safe.